Okay, street photography tips on Saigon. So one of the first tips I have is when you're shooting street photography, know where to walk and where to stand. So for example, if you're just looking at a street here, you see all this messiness and all this clutter here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to look for more simple backgrounds. So if I'm shooting street photography, I might stand like here and try to photograph people against a simple background here. So once again, it's all about positioning, standing on the side of the curb, and photographing. Yeah, like that might be a nice scene. You see all these things here are distractions. Here's nice. So if you want to do a decisive click, that might be a nice photo. Or just getting closer and shooting a vertical shot to simplify the scene is also good. And another tip is when you're shooting street photography, sometimes the streets are so messy. The sky is always a nice simple background. So if you want to make a more simple photo, you just wait for somebody to walk into the scene and you crouch down very low and just try to photograph their head against the sky. I don't really see anybody in the scene right now, so this is not going to really work that well. That's generally just a good way to shoot street photography to simplify the scene. Also, another tip too is if you want to make a more simple background, hold the camera up very high and shoot down looking down. So you can see here, let's say I'm framing the scene right here. There's so much clutter here, 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 all this clutter here. What I would probably do is get very close. And now you can see I'm just filling the frame with this thing here. Hold the camera up and shoot down. So let's see, how could I do this? So sometimes you just kind of have to wait for people. So often I just look on the left side of the street, look up, look to the right side. So click, maybe, that'd be good. You can still see here. Ideally you'd want somebody walking in here. Yeah. So this is obviously not going to work. But essentially my point is, oh, this might be good. So click, actually not, maybe, click. So essentially you're just trying to get the background. So you can see it's too messy here. The ideal is having somebody here walking down this way. I think he saw me, he didn't want me to. So sometimes when you see something interesting, just pretend like you're walking away looking at other stuff. And then hopefully the people will come out, but I think the guy just noticed me. But once again, yeah, the concept is you just want to fill the frame with a nice simple background. So you can see the edges of the frame here are just nice and clean. Try to shoot it like that. Or another example is, you see this green background here. Trying to simplify it, filling the frame with just the green. And then you could have photographed just nice and green to fill the frame. If you want to shoot a street photo, click, just have the edges of the frame all green. You don't want any of this white stuff, it's distracting. So nice simple green, that looks good. So if I wanted to make a photo, oops. Ideally you'd want people to walk in front and get to the green. I'll take a step back here. Click, click. But I'm shooting with a 24mm lens, so it's a little bit wide. Ideally you just want to be closer. So when you're shooting street photography, essentially get close and far. You kind of want to play with the distances. Let's see, other tips. Oh yeah, another tip is you see somebody walking, take a step back, you photograph them crouching down looking up. Ah, so this is good. Click, 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 click. Puts the back of his head, not that interesting. Might be a better photo to just crouch down and click like this. Joanne? Em khỏe không? Em khỏe không? Khỏe. Can you stand here? I just want to do a video. Yeah. So instead of just shooting like this, crouch down low and shoot the subject against the sky.
He's gay.
He's sexy. And just shooting it like, framing it like that. So nice simple background like that. We're just getting very low. Okay, get my name.
Tú.
Tú?
Yeah.
Okay, get my tú. Yeah. So just talking with people and stuff like that. So generally the problem a lot of street photographers have is that like there's this weird rule that you're not supposed to talk to people, like, oh, you know, the street photographer is supposed to be this disinterested, soulless type of photographer. But I think the best street photographers are like the directors on the street, where you're actually interacting with your subjects, you're dancing with your subjects, you're actually having fun with your subjects. And yeah, so when you're out shooting street photography, to sum up the tips, look at the background, get it nice and simple and clean, be aggressive, get close, don't be afraid, talk to people. I mean, stuff I've said this stuff like a bajillion times, but yeah, just have confidence in yourself, and the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. And yeah, so I'm gonna have an espresso. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.